This video is about how some of these Hollywood actors, right, got in shape. Basically, this is a blueprint. I'm trying to break down a blueprint on how they got ripped, okay, and how you can do it too. Size isn't everything, right? In Hollywood, it's the leanness. Nope, it's not the bulk, okay? So that makes you look shredded. It's about strategic definition, not just adding mass. So Brad Pitt at 155 pounds looked carved, right? Because his body fat was dialed in, not because he was huge. Every single one of these guys follows a simple, disciplined nutrition routine. So, portion control. Reynolds uses a basic method. Small, consistent meals without overthinking, right? You know, the targeted body fat, well, the goal would be around 10 to 12% for maximum muscle definition without looking like puffy, you know? It's not a starvation diet, it's just basically strategic eating. And for myself, right, I learned this thing called intermittent fasting, and it really transformed my shape from the puffy, having a couple muscles here and there, but not ripped. Key exercises, right, if you want a Hollywood physique, well, you know, chest and shoulders to create wide, powerful body look. You know, arms, you know, especially the triceps, they make your arms pop in shirts. A visible midsection makes the entire physique look sharper. I know that legs are important, right? We want to do legs, but they don't really have to focus on that too much because people aren't really zooming in on the legs, right? But, you know, another secret, right? The 80% training rule. Well, you know, these guys, they're not killing themselves in the gym every day. They follow the 80% rule, which basically means you train hard, you stay consistent over time, but don't burn out, right? Leave a little in the tank to keep showing up every day, right? So that's what I do, right? Strength training, you just go hard when you're in there. And then you don't have to work out for 2 hours, right? It depends on what you're focusing on. Your Hollywood action plan, okay? You know, start with basically to set your weight and body fat, you know, lean and not huge, okay? Dial in portion control and consistent meals and focus on your workouts, like on, I would say, chest, shoulders, and, you know, your arms and core. Train smart, 80%, not 110%, because you don't want to hurt yourself, okay? As you get older, like these guys and me, we're a little older now, but we still keep ourselves in great shape, even if we're not in a movie, right? I'm on YouTube, right? Well, I didn't think I'd be on YouTube, you know? But regardless if I'm on YouTube or not, I like to stay in shape wherever I go, whatever I do. Be patient, you know? The Hollywood body is a long game, not a 30-day challenge. It's not magic how they get their physiques, right? You know, you just basically got to build the smart strategies and consistency. And, you know, if you want to do that, if you want to start, you know, creating them habits, right? Instead of just doing it wrong for years and possibly hurting yourself, well, that's what this channel is all about, is that I have free downloadable workouts, I have free downloadable food plans, I have videos to go along with everything. And that's what this whole thing's about, so people can really understand is that it's just to help you guys to do it on your own without a trainer. And you can watch the videos and I can be your trainer, but it's more like you're going to do it on your own because you're going to have the knowledge now, like I have. And you're going to be like, oh, well, I just got to do that. And I can't think about it. I just got to do it. Which Hollywood physique inspires you the most? You know? Me and Henry, where'd he go? Oh, my dog. We're here to keep you guys motivated, right? You just subscribe to the channel. You know, hit the like button if this is what you like. You know, this is what you want to do. You know, and share it with somebody that needs it. This is not just about, you know, getting the best shape. It's about longevity, living a long life without all the pain. You know, with all the suffering. So I lost people to illness, but based on that, I had to learn how to overcome and how to understand it all. And this information is life-changing. So just to break it down real quick, these guys, right? Brad Pitt, he's 5'11". Well, this is from what I researched. So I don't know what they are now. I actually myself, well, I used to be like 5'10", and now I'm like 5'9" and a third. So that kind of sucks. I didn't want to shrink. But as you get older, you shrink. I'm 53 years old. A lot of people don't know that. Well, hate to break it to you guys, I'm 53. But I weigh about 155, and I was about 160, but I hurt my sciatic nerve, so I lost probably about 5 pounds of muscle. But I didn't gain any fat because I kept on my nutrition plan, and it's pretty good. It's not bad. I probably eat just as much or more food than most people, but I just know the right things to eat. And on this channel, I have shopping lists and all that stuff. So you guys can start, like I said, start now. But this is life-changing. Make sure if you have any friends or somebody that needs this information, get it to them. You know, get it to them. They can look at, all you gotta do is look at the playlists, okay? But Ryan Reynolds, you know, he's 175 pounds and he's 6'2", right? Daniel Craig, you know, James Bond, right? He's 5'10", 175 pounds. Wow. That dude's probably has some pretty good size on him, right? I didn't know, right? Zac Efron, he's 5'8", 165. Wow. Well, either they're really, they really have some muscles, right? Or they've gained a little bit of weight, you know? But I think that these guys are in pretty great shape. And that's because, you know, that guy was on Baywatch, right? So anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Like I said, comment. I would love to hear from you. And have a great day.